Welcome to DC to Daylight. I'm Aaron, amateur radio call sign, November 6 Alpha Charlie Alpha. Today we're going to be introducing N6ACA's Cool Tools. The first application that we're going to talk about is WSPR Watch. If you work ham radio digital modes such as FT8, you're probably aware of the PSKreporter website. It gives the web interface to show where you're being heard and what other stations that you can be working. One of the features that I really love in WSPR Watch is the ability to render that data on your iPhone in many different ways. Within the WSPR Watch application, you have several different views of the same live feed of data. Right now we're using the PSKreporter feed, and we're looking at me working 12 meters FT8. We can see which stations are hearing me and which stations I'm hearing, because I'm reporting into PSKreporter as well from my FT8 client. Based on the data, it can map it out in several different formats, either in a globe or in a flattened map format, and we can see the information by band. Then we can also see the path quality here and looking at all the information regarding individual sightings or spots. In the settings, we can set the duration for how long we want to look at. So we can go from just a few minutes to several hours or the whole length of time. So if we can extend it over a 24-hour period to look at maps, and here we're looking at me working on several different bands on FT8 over a larger time period. While I use this for myself, you can actually visualize data for any call sign. So within PSKreporter, I use it for FT8, but there's others that have data such as CW and other modes like PSK31 that are ingested into the PSKreporter engine, and you can view it there. So you see the individual spots of who's transmitted, who's received, and the same data can be then mapped out in real time. And you can see maps per band for various spots there. Those aren't necessarily QSOs, but they're spotted information on the different bands that are picked up by different skimmer type devices based on the individual services that you are looking at. So you can look at the signal data strength and information on the distance. While in the last demo we saw W2DON, Don's mainly CW traffic, here we're going to look at Roberto K6KM's traffic over a longer period of time, and he's fairly prolific over multiple modes and bands. So we can look at the last spots are fairly old here, but there's a lot of traffic over many bands, and we can see the wide reach. And we can trim that down from maximum down to what he's worked in a specific day. And we can see that. So if you want to go through and sort of look at people's activity or your own activity, you can do that and basically go to a few different views to be able to dial in where your propagation is. And this is also real time. So you can look at historical data that's available, or you can just look back at all of the stuff that's currently in the database. And for some ham operators, it's pretty extensive, but it's nice to be able to actually dial in per band and have that point and click instead of having to do that from the web interface. I use this oftentimes from the field to see how I'm doing in POTA without bringing up another computer screen to actually have to figure it out.